Hello Taiko people. Thank you so much for registering for the Taiko workout with me and kaDON. There are 3 points that I want to bring up before we get there though, just because we don't want you to injure yourself at home while you're air-bachi-ing. It sounds kind of funny, right? But we're starting to have to use muscles and certain motions that we're, may not be used to, or that we haven't done in a really long time. So with everything that we're doing, we don't have a drum surface. So we cannot rely on something to bring back our motion like we usually do. So for example, what that means is we might be hitting an end point that's beyond what we're usually used to because there'd be something there to bounce back. So that means we're going to have to start using our concentric muscles, which is the muscle that may end up having to kind of like slow down the motion as it's elongating. If I lost you, it's okay. I'm going to explain what I mean by that. So an example is when we do any sort of roll, fast motion. Now we don't hit anything, right? So we're going to get to that end range point that could end up hurting yourself, especially like with your wrist. So what I'm going to have you try doing right now at home while you're watching me, I just want you to wave. Yep, let's actually do it with our right hand, just wave. Now I want you to go faster. And once you feel like, you're at a pretty good speed, bring it out in front of you. Okay, so you're now waving towards a wall. Good. That is going to be our rolling motion. Okay, if you want to even just try it right now with a bachi, like you're waving towards the wall, totally fine. Remember, you're not hitting a drum right now, you're waving. And if it feels like it's too hard and too much weight, just creep up. It's totally okay. Okay, so that is 1. 2, when we're doing odaiko, because this is going to be the odaiko lesson, a very quick and dirty way to go over it, totally not necessarily traditional or necessarily your style. This is really just about kind of regaining the certain musculature, like our pec muscle, biceps, triceps, our scapular muscles. And right now, what I'm just going to have you do, I want you to go up against a wall. Okay, point your elbow towards me. I want you to punch forward. Okay, let's do it with our right side actually. Just punch forward, elbow facing me, punch forward. And when you're doing this, you should be able to maintain your head and your upper back against the wall even when you're punching forward. I'm going to just show it to you on a sideway motion as well. So we're here and we're going to punch forward. Now, what is not correct that could end up hurting us would be if the punch forward, our shoulders went up. That we don't want. Maintain that down. Use this muscle here to hold it in place. The other thing we don't want to do is to bring it forward. See what I mean? That we want to maintain in that neutral spine. Okay? Good. The last thing is we will be doing some squatting, some lunging, some jumping, as well as doing a core portion. And what's really important is that if you start to feel any sort of low back pain, you need to stop. What could be a cause of this is with any sort of squatting, there's a little bit of bend that happens and a pushback that happens in your hips. Now, if you allow the bend to occur in your waist instead, and you end up having curvature here, that could be putting some extra pressure on your low back. We don't want that. You need to engage your core and keep that activated, and we'll talk about that during the actual lesson as well. But just keep that in mind, that we will be on the floor, we will be doing things like that, and so then we're going to have to work in the core and keep that activated. If you have any questions prior to, or if you have any other kind of restrictions that you think it's important that I know beforehand, please, please, please email and let us know so that we can make sure that this is doable for everybody. For that core portion as well, just as a heads up, if you can't go on the ground, it's okay. We'll do a modified version when you're sitting in a chair instead. Okay? Take care, and I'm looking forward to working with you.